I have the more of the white particles in view below the capsule. They appear to be traveling exactly my speed. There is one drifting off, uh, going faster than I am, as a matter of fact. Roger, understand. I haven't seen the great numbers of these particles, but I've seen a few of them. Their motion is random. They look exactly like snowflakes to me. Roger, have you tried return? Negative. Let me get within scanner limits first. Thank you. I must adjust my attitude to within scanner limits first. Roger. There were some more of those little particles. They definitely look like snowflakes this time. Roger, I understand your particles look like definite snowflakes. Uh, However, you shot? Roger. Right. Oh, shit. Every man says, everything on the line at the end of it. Water can't deal with things there. And so they're not in play. It's like a diamond that just like the nature time. It's about on it, go mile on it. Oh, maybe I've done it all. After what done it, never got to go like this, you know. Have some three stars in sight, and also have the little white objects that seem to come from the capsule itself and drift off. And if they are a yaw check, it's fantastic. I suspect that the star I see is Arcturus. Would be very interesting. It is neither. It is one of the white objects. So I have two stars that are staying quite still. The white object actually looked like it came toward me, but it wasn't. I can actually see the particle there playing on it. As John described it as a lathe shaving. It's a very good description of it. My rates are now just about zero in all three axes. I still have light in the periscope, of course. I'm looking straight up, and yet at this point, just to prove that my attitude is, I get the couch here, I really can't pick it too well. Yeah, I'm just about inverted at this point, and that my nose is above the horizon. As a result, I notice that these particles keep tending after me, relative to me, at any time. Periscope is blocking out rather rapidly at sunset. It's almost blocked out completely at this point, and it's really not usable. getting a real burst of light in the window, and I really don't know what it is. At this point, I should be coming up on a sunset. 5 hours, 15 minutes. Periscope is dark. I must be just getting the last look at the horizon, yet I'm not down on it.
And I'm beginning to get the brilliant blue of sun rising in the east. Bright blue band underneath all this haze layer. I can see the haze layer and the bright band of light demarcation coming underneath it. Quite distinctive. There's a faint good. Yes, where there are clouds, apparently. Roger, Hawaii, base 7, reading you loud and clear. Roger, Hawaii, base 7, reading you loud and clear. Roger, understand. Roger, I'm just small end forward, 180 degree yaw, approaching sunrise, over. Roger. These small luminescent particles drift away from you. Small end forward. In this light, they appear brilliant white without paint at all in them. They appear to move on out, curve around back towards the flight path. Can't hear, I don't think. Roger, you haven't seen the beacon at this time. Negative, I still haven't seen the beacon. Yeah. There was considerable noise, though, as if something were departing.
Again, Philip?
There was considerable noise of the little doors. Sounded like the little doors blowing open, so I assume the beacon has departed.
Oh, Roger, understand. TM looks real good on the ground.
Roger.
TV control switch to off.
Roger, TV control is off.
We had a slight decrease in the two links on DC current. Would you give us a readout?
Roger, DC current. Roger, main bus is 24. Isolated 28 and a half.
Roger. Hey, good. Good, Wally, did you have anything to eat?
Negative, not yet. I'm planning to shortly here, though.
Right, for your information, Systems last computations on fuel at Hawaii gave you 8 auto, 9-8 manual, which is somewhat better than you're indicating on board.
Roger, on board, I'm indicating 9-6 and 102. Oh boy, what a beautiful shot of Florida.
Roger, let's get them here once in a while too.
Roger, the whole state is clear. I can see just about all. It's been a beautiful view coming over Florida. Now on 180 yaw, I got here on manual proportional control. I'm at last daylight going into dark. Have been looking for the flashing beacon. 50518 now. 28, I'm sorry, not 18. It's light in sight. It is below me. It's quite a brownish, it's reddish brown, and considerable altitude above the ground. Each time I fire a pitch down thruster, I get a shower of these little fireflies. Yeah, it is flashing now. It is the light. It's quite bright, quite discernible. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right. Appears to be about 10 to 12 miles away. I'm keeping it directly in the window. At the order of a second magnitude star now. And now at 1 hour at this time, I now have 1 hour and 21 minutes, and I am observing John's fireflies drifting away from me. I can observe them departing from the spacecraft and drifting out to the rear. I can see some of them considerable distance out to the rear. Just coming up behind me, I'm beginning to get the glow on the clouds. Fireflies appear to be white, very whitish, with almost a green like real fireflies. Clouds on the earth below are changing color, are getting quite light. And I'm now on the day side. The sun is not yet quite up, and I am observing stars. The earth is light below me. The sun is still behind me. The sky looks dark above me, and I can see stars very distinctly. A few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver.
I understand.
There's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there. Just bright. Looks like the 4th of July out Ron's window.
Yeah, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments. They're tumbling.
Right, they look like fluid of some sort?
Not to me. They look like pieces of something.
Roger.
They're very bright.
Jack, we like Omni Charlie.
Bob, for the most part, these fragments are not, are tumbling at a very slow rate. I've tried a couple pictures of them at different settings. You may get an idea of what at least the patterns look like.
Roger, I got you. We're all ears on these fragments. Do you think they can figure out what they might be?
Well, I don't know. There are a number of possibilities. If you had some kind of a, I got the impression maybe they were curved a little bit, as if they might be off the side of the S4B. That's a wild guess.
Okay, RCS logic is...
ice jump, possibly. Maybe there's paint coming off of it.
Right, I noticed on one trip up the elevator last week, one of the flags, I thought it was in the S2, but it might be on the S4, looked like it was peeling. Maybe that's what you got. And the S4B maneuver is complete.
1 minute. Okay, was it 2 o'clock?
Okay, and with the maneuver complete, the fragment field is essentially static, except for very slight tumbling within the fragment.
Roger, copy that.
Every once in a while, a fragment of considerably higher velocity than the others goes across my window, but that's very rare.
Roger.
Okay, that's that field of view I saw on my deck. You see it now. And Bob, at least there's no apparent relative motion between fragments.
I didn't.
I'll take two pictures about a minute apart if I can, and it'll be frame 70.
Okay, frame 70.
And Bob, my impression is that they are flat, flake-like particles. Some maybe 6 inches across, and although there's no relative motion between the two, most of them seem to be twinkling, and I think for the most part they're all moving away from us.
Listen, we read this paragraph in here about these quotes coronal discharges that you guys were seeing, and that completely stops us. Tell us how this came about and who talked to you about it and what you saw.
Somebody reported it on one of the earlier flights, and some guy up, I got the letter, paperwork somewhere, they shipped it down to me and they gave about two things where the VHF radio noises was could be discharged from someplace in place, and the other one were, well, I thought it was on the airplane, these guys reported they implanted in the spacecraft at night when their eyes closed. No, they don't know what their eyes. They noticed that when they were awake at night, the spacecraft was dark, and they thought they were in a spacecraft. Yeah. But whoever this guy wants to know, it's a permanently known phenomenon. You can get this guy to touch your eyes from gamma rays or stuff. So that's what he thinks when we hold our eyes and face the moon, when we were orbiting it, because it would be more, we get less discharges facing the moon than away from it. They don't have to be anywhere near the moon or anywhere. The first night out, bing, bing, bing. And if you keep your eyes closed and your weight's down there and it's dark and you think about it, this is what it happens. You can put your eye, you can pin down at it in one eye. You've got this discharge, you can see it both eyes. You really see it with one eye or the other eye, and you can see what kind it is. We had two kinds. I guess the particle either strikes the eyeball perpendicular or a discharge is parallel. And we get either a flash like that or we get a freeze. And and I really got more with my left eye than my right eye. So I can tell which eye it was when I was concentrating on it. I'm trying to find the reason he did it because it is where he's flat. It's always got a left eye in the face there. And
Yeah. They should have protected you, Dick. They should have picked them all up.
I make it probably didn't hear about this because we were asked to specifically experiment. Two pages in the plan. We didn't bother. Every now and then.
You see that in the second panel? I'll look at it.
Exactly. Two phenomena that came out of the letter. Buzz Neal.
I remember their conversation about it.
Sorry, they thought it was something, penetrating the spacecraft.
That's my writing angle.
What teachers flag is the exact phenomenon that all three of us saw. You see a light, there's a flag out there, or sometimes it'd be a freeze. And I saw him in both eyes, neither eye, and I can't remember if it was one of the more phenomena than the other. But I agree with Dee, it's a phenomenon that you're not seeing with both eyes. It's not something external to you, it's something that
Inside.
Yeah. They know that.
Yeah.
But they know phenomenon.
Well, we've been looking for cosmic rays, cosmic ray strikes and heavy particles, heavy nuclei that go through. We started at Clearback and Mercury taking photographs of the retina to see if you could see streaks across the retina and stuff. We never could find any in there. And so we stopped that up early by the end of the...
Your eye is the fastest healer on your body, and if it's doing anything, you're never going to see it. By the time you get a guy back, nobody ever going to see it if you photograph it right after the particle went by.
Well, probably what it's doing anyway is probably hitting just a single cell, and yeah. That's all it'd have to do, particularly make this flash. You know, you hit a single cell.
I saw one night, looking at the MVP, a handrail up above, and one of my ran up, I don't know where it went, it appeared, right straight along the handrails, but about that distance. Now you had to be looking at that, and I mean, you could almost hit him at will. That's right, where you just lie there, and close your eyes. They don't want me want to open one eye, and you have to already see it. You just believe it at first. Talk to that guy. And I was getting pretty loaded from that. What we heard, I had seen these things that got flying in pieces, and they said the pedals, and then you wake up and dice, and think, well, I think all the teeth out of you close your eyes open, maybe you tell about one day.
Let me ask you one more question about heart. Here.
Were these random distribution of these or did they seem to be fairly horizontal?
Okay. Were these things random, or did they all seem to be in one direction? Like, were they always horizontal, or were they at random? They could be at any kind of angle.
But the street lights one light saw horizontal. I was gonna say that's interesting. Mine, it seemed to me I had the impression that they were always roughly in the same place, and mine were horizontal. The horizontal streets were always. If I knew where I was looking, it always seemed like the horizontal streets a little bit above the center, and it always seemed to me it went from right to left. No matter which side, the discharges were more towards the center, and it would be just it was just like a pinpoint of light went and closed again.
Like somebody was flashing a light at you.
That's right. Definitely not big a light. Yeah, very small
Yeah.
light,
Yeah.
Is that about the same for both of you? Is that the same reaction you had, Dick and Al, the way Pete described it?
Mine was about 30 degrees horizontal, what they were coming. Yeah, I didn't know it was from the right or left.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah. But about the same, they seem to appear about the same place. No? Pete says,
The horizontal ones that I saw were generally above eye level.
Same way, yeah.
It was generally hot. Now, I don't know, I can't include any, I can't remember. I just don't remember any of them being down on the lower part of the division. Well, I say to them, they see a dick down the Bastille with his eyes open and other things that each center his eye on, the light of the incident now. Well, I used to notice in the boat when I was down there in that sleeping bag, it was pitch black down there in the hole, and wouldn't make any difference when my eyes were open or closed, but I could lay there I used to kill time that way, say for a half an hour, and either open them or close them and wait, and sure enough, after a while, you'd get one. And then I'd sit there for a while and say, okay, was it in the left eye or the right eye? It'd take me a while to sort it out. And, but you usually figure out which eye it was in. Now you know what you do when you're supposed to sleep.
Yeah. Then there was a comment that